Most guys over 30 are exercising, not training, and it's the reason they still don't look like they trained despite years of effort. Exercise is showing up. Training is progressing. And if you're not progressing, you're basically just practicing getting tired. Your body doesn't really give a shit about effort. It rewards a signal. Do the same thing that you did last week and last month. Same body, same strength, same bloke staring back at you in the mirror, wondering why nothing's changing. But if you do something your body couldn't handle last time, now it has a reason to adapt, it has a reason to grow, it has a reason to get stronger. You're giving it the right stimulus. The fitness industry wants you to believe that you need more. More sessions, more exercise, more volume, more fucking everything. And it's bullshit. Muscle growth doesn't come from how long you train. It comes from the right dose of stress followed by proper recovery. And the research backs this up. Guys like Schoenfield and others have shown that once you pass roughly 15 hard sets per muscle group per week, the return on investment tends to fall off. So you're not growing more, you're just accumulating more fatigue. So no, you don't need your 30-set chest workouts. Sorry to burst your bubble. And yet most men fall into one of two camps. Camp one, life is chaos. Kids, job, responsibilities coming out of their ears. I fall into this camp. A lot of these guys think they need 6 days a week to train because that's what the internet's told them, that's what the magazines have told them, that's what they're seeing these influencers doing on Instagram and platforms like that. And they can't do that. So they feel guilty, they miss sessions. Eventually they stop altogether, burnt out, frustrated, and further away from where they actually started. Camp two, they're actually doing enough volume. They're showing up 3 or 4 times a week, but there's no system, no progression, no tracking. They're still doing the same workouts that they were doing months and months ago, and nothing's changed. They're working hard, but they're just spinning their wheels and going nowhere. Both groups are high achievers. These aren't lazy men. They want to do the right thing, and they want to do it perfectly, but the industry has convinced them that perfect means the maximum amount they can do, and that's just not true. What you need is a dose of training that's enough to grow, but not enough to burn out. And that's where the 2-5-15 rule comes in. So, this rule keeps your training volume and intensity in the sweet spot where growth happens, but burnout doesn't. It's simple, it's flexible, and it's designed for men who need efficiency. So, the 2 in the 2-5-15 stands for train each muscle group at least twice per week. Your muscles grow best when you stimulate them every 3 to 4 days. Hit a muscle once a week and muscle protein synthesis spikes and then drops off back to baseline. Twice a week is the minimum effective dose here. So whether you do an upper lower, 4-day workout split, or you do 3 full body sessions, or you do upper, lower, and full body, doesn't really matter how you organize it, as long as each muscle typically gets hit twice. And again, that could also be 6 sessions a week if you've got the time for it and you can recover from it, right? If that suits you, then fine. But the floor is 2 full body workouts a week. And 2 sessions a week done right will absolutely get you stronger than most guys if you train properly. The 5 in 2-5-15 stands for around 5 hard sets per muscle group per session. You don't really need more than this per session. Beyond that, you're not necessarily increasing growth, you're increasing fatigue and recovery demand, which if you're juggling multiple responsibilities and potentially running on 5 hours sleep a night, isn't really ideal. 15 stands for 15 total working sets per session. Okay, so that's typically going to be anywhere between 4 and 5 movements in a workout, 3 to 5 sets of each. This lands typically around about the 40 to 45 minute mark for most guys. So for a busy man with a family and a job and very few spare hours, it's kind of a sweet spot. You can find that time 2 or 3 times a week. You can. And this allows you to train hard, recover, and stay consistent. And the part that makes this really great is that it's flexible. If you miss a day, no problem. You just pick off where you left off. The system bends around your life, not the other way around. So how to build your own 2-5-15 program. Most men don't need overly complicated training plans. They need a plan that they can actually stick to. So here's how to build one that actually fits your life. Okay. Step 1, You need to decide how many days you can actually train. Not how many days you wish you could train. Not the aspirational version of yourself who wakes up at 3 a.m. and does mobility work before the kids get up. None of that bullshit, right? The real you. Look at your commitments. Look at your job. Look at your family. Look at your calendar. Pick a number you can actually hit 100% of the time. It genuinely doesn't matter if that number is 2, 3, or 4. 2 full body sessions a week applying the 2-5-15 rule will produce fantastic results if you're able to stick to it. You just need to make sure that the volume and the intensity match. So the variable isn't frequency, it's consistency, okay? Step number 2, lock in your movements and apply the rule. So we need to pick 4 to 6 compound exercises. For example, push-ups, pull-ups, rows, squats, maybe a hinge or deadlift and a carry, right? Cover all of the basics, a push, a pull, a squat, a hinge, and a carry. The basics, movements that you can load progressively over time. That's it. No program hopping, no swapping exercises at every workout because you get bored. Your body does not adapt to chaos. It adapts to a repeated stimulus that gets slightly harder each time. So you pick your movements and you run them for 8 to 12 weeks and you focus on beating your numbers. So every session looks like 4 to 6 movements, 2 to 4 sets of each movement, around 15 working sets, each muscle hit at least twice a week. Simple. Step number 3, maybe the most important step of the whole thing, track everything. If it doesn't get measured, it doesn't get managed. It's as simple as that. Write down your reps, your sets, your load, how the movement felt. Do that every single session. That is the single habit that separates men who transform from men who spin their wheels for years and years and years. A notebook, whether it's physical or it's on your phone or it's on a tablet, don't care. You need to document, you need to track, otherwise you will have no idea what you need to be doing workout to beat your numbers. That's the system, okay? Your goal every session, beat one number from last week, 1 more rep, 2.5 more kilos, 1 fewer second of rest. It doesn't matter which number, but something has to improve. You need to improve in some area. I know most guys have no idea if they go stronger last month. They guess, and guessing is why they stay the same. Step 4, don't overthink it, just do the work. Your body doesn't care what time it is, it doesn't care if the garage is cold, or if you're tired, or if you'd rather be on the sofa. It responds to stimulus, okay? Train whenever you can. Early morning, lunch break, after the kids go down in the evening, whatever makes sense for you, just make sure it gets done. You don't necessarily need more information here. You just need consistency and a system that actually fits your life. The 2-5-15 rule is that system. You stick to it for 8 to 12 weeks, you track your numbers, you beat them over time, and watch what happens. I'm deadly serious here. Just put in the work and don't overthink this. Now picture this, 12 weeks from now, you look in the mirror and the body's staring back at you. It's not the same one. Your numbers are up across every movement. Your wife noticed, your kids noticed. You've got more energy. Your lower back stopped hurting. You're feeling like the best you've ever felt. And it's because you just followed a simple system without overthinking. You documented the process and you did the work. And that's it. It's not complicated. It's just the right system applied consistently. Now, if you don't want to overthink this, and you want a really, really simple program that you can follow, click the link in my bio to grab my Bodyweight Jacked program. Now, I am biased, okay, but the results speak for themselves. I've sold over 1,026 copies of this program now, and it's because it works. It's dead simple. You need minimal equipment. You can do it with a pull-up bar and a set of rings. If you've got a set of adjustable dumbbells at home as well, perfect. Super simple, super easy to follow. You just get the program, you do the work, you track your numbers, you get results. If you don't want to have to think about this yourself and you just want a proven program to follow, hit the link in the description and get to work.